let's do.
Hello to the crew. Share and share alike.
Let's do Freaky Friday this week at like 8 o'clock. We'll
do it early.
Well, we'll use that as our in
Kickoff
between to entertainment.
There
Between
you go.
sports and entertainment.
There you go.
Oh man, are you tired,
But
Kathy?
I know.
Hey,
yeah,
what do you get at Chick-fil-A again?
Is she doing breakfast?
No, lunch at 7:30. Yes, Catherine.
Smart Alec. Let me do. Hold on. Let me look at their breakfast menu again real quick and see what sounds good today.
Server, can you tell her what she's got, please?
No, I know.
Come here, concierge.
If Jacob was here, he could tell you exactly what they have.
And I do
right?
know, but it's like I need to see it
Okay,
to decide.
we got to get a show going, and I got to text.
Okay. And so we're doing basically a commercial for Chick-fil-A right now.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A can sponsor us.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't mind.
We used to talk about.
You know, there's one right over here on Lebanon and the toll road.
There is.
Hint, hint.
On the old show.
I'm running out of time here.
On the old show.
I adore all of you, and I'll be more than happy to
Where
put this
is our
in.
breakfast? Here we go.
But it's got to happen.
You know what I
Let's
like, right?
do-
A chicken minis. I'm getting a bunch of chicken minis
those
for
are
you and me
fine,
and
that's
Courtney.
fine.
So
if I
you
can have
go.
one of the chicken minis.
you can, but what do
Okay,
you want? I know
then
you like stuff
then
specific.
I would like the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit.
All right.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Chick-fil-A.
And are we getting some hash browns?
Is it what
There
is
was
it?
that
What kind
big-
of biscuit
It's
is
Yeah,
it?
that thing with the
chicken-
Mandalorian and Yoda eating those eggs, remember?
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
So it's not chicken.
No, because y'all said I could have one of y'all's chicken minis.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. And get what now? You like your strawberry jelly?
Oh, I like strawberry.
Strawberry.
I like their salsa.
jelly. Salsa.
I like all the salsas I can get. All the chips. All the sauces
All
I
the
can
chips?
get. No, all the sauces I can get.
She wants them all.
Gosh, she's greedy.
Well, I just love my condiments. I
She
just
wants
love
your
everything-
condiments or
my
condiments?
condiments.
Sound like you said
Everything
condiments.
coming to her. You know
Clear
what?
your ears.
I'm gonna start, and then I'll
No.
play that. I'll play the Dean King thing. How's that?
Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
Are we
No.
gonna intro that?
Then
No.
do it.
No.
Wait, have we even done the intro yet?
Here we go.
We
You ready?
haven't.
There
Here we
we
go.
go.
Let's go. Let's
Right
rock
on
and
set.
roll.
Right on Live from VentureX Studios, it's JP, Kathy, and the crew.
The crew. Good morning,
The
everybody.
crew.
First of all, huge, big thank you
Wow.
to the crew and all the crew members that came up. I do want to recognize those crew members that were able to come up during their day.
Amen.
I would like to. One of our furthest traveling was Michelle.
Yep.
She came up all the way from
Hour and a
Caddo
half,
Mills to make phone calls and raise money, and she did a great job putting names and dollars on the board.
Yes.
Then I want to thank Fred Nort for coming on up as well. Yankee
Love
Fred,
him.
thank you
Yep.
for coming up.
Love those
And then
two.
cannot say enough about our shows. Dr.
my
B.
gosh.
Good did a great job. We had Greg O'Connell, our new
Yeah.
launch for today at 12:30.
We had This Pink
Did a great
Cloud.
job. This Pink Cloud did a
we
great
had
job.
Punchline players, Crystal
Griffith
Griffith.
came on board.
Who else did we have?
Well,
on?
hold on, and I'm saving the best for last. Actually,
Yeah, who else? Who else do we have? Come on.
Jeremy couldn't. He got
'cause
COVID,
he's
but he made a
COVID
huge
quarantined.
donation.
He made a big old donation.
He did. Let's see. Who else did we have that came on?
Tess came through big time. Are you getting ready to mention her?
Well, no, I haven't gotten to
Special-
donors
special-
yet.
okay, gotcha.
Not donors
Okay,
yet. Just
gotcha.
our shows at this
I know
point.
somebody did a really good donation, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that one here in just a second.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, me too. Whatever.
That was so.
I was
You
hoping.
got me too.
I was hoping for a $100,000 donation to not have me wear the Speedo I'm wearing this morning. Wait till halftime.
Wait
I'm going to
till he
stand
stands up,
That's right.
folks.
is that why you were walking a little funny when you
I
were
was
coming
walking
in?
a little funny this morning. That's exactly right. And I did not shave my legs or my rear end, so good luck with that.
Too much information.
You think so? That could be.
TMI.
That could be too much information. Maybe not. But right now, with my mind not working, save the best for last. Want to thank Steve and Gail Meeks. They are our Money Link show.
Yes.
And
they put real money up on the board.
They sure
for
did.
us.
We were $1,700 away
Yep.
from reaching 15,000.
Yes, sir.
And Steve looked over at me. He looked at Gail.
Yes, because Gail
Wisely
did.
so.
Gail did. He said one amount, and she said, "No, honey, this." And he was like, "Okay, whatever she said." He said, so this is what we're doing.
And it was $1,700.
Which got us to that goal, which then gave us a new goal for the
Well-
last hour plus of the show.
Well, you know what's funny, and I've always said this: when you've got somebody who will drop a big donation down,
Yep.
then other people will start doing it. It's like it becomes infectious, and that's what Steve and Gail really did. Is they got the ball rolling, because I know that we are well over 20 grand in raising. I'm going to wait to hear from Greg.
Oh, yeah. Greg should get an update. They're having some trouble getting us all the information because we had so many people going online to donate that it crashed the system.
Big time.
Which, what a great problem to have.
Absolutely.
Just crazy.
So, big time thank you to Gail and Steve, and just cannot thank them enough.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I saw Steve, he whipped the wallet out and he just threw it over at you or something at one point.
At one point he did. That was funny.
Yeah, that was when we were talking about Speedos.
Yeah.
But
He's like, take the
no,
wallet,
actually,
don't wear it.
He offered up that wallet when we were talking about getting lipstick on JP, which let's talk about one of the members of the crew who we just are so grateful to. Tess Armstrong, early in the day.
Now donors.
Donated
knock yourself out.
$250, which was a very gracious donation. And we appreciate every bit. I mean, we had people donating, 5, 10, 15, 20. Just every bit is so truly appreciated. When she donated $250, and we'd already blown our $1,000 goal out of the water because of Kelly Palmer, who was Kelly Parker, sorry, who was matching his donation to ours. If we got to the $1,000 mark, which how crazy that we know to set the bar a little bit higher next time. So we were really excited that Kelly had matched that. So at that point we were up to 3,000, and Tess earlier in the day said, I just donated 250. Let's make that goal 10,000. And we're like, okay, the gauntlet has been thrown down. So Tess had already given that. We'd gotten up to we were getting close to our $15,000 goal, and and she did the match. She helped when she did her 250. That put us over the top for the match that Melanie
did for the 500.
Yeah, that Melanie did. And she is the mortgage coach.
Yeah, America's mortgage coach.
America's mortgage
well,
coach.
and actually, it was the $50 we still needed. Was by
Nicole.
Was it Nicole Haynes or yeah?
Loved her.
Yeah.
Want to be part of that.
I just want to know how
thing.
you got that check at the bank deposited that Melanie brought.
Oh, that's funny.
The big one?
Big old, yeah.
Send it to the drive-thru.
Yeah, there you go. Sure. Okay, COVID. It's COVID friendly.
Or a picture, I guess you picture, right?
But yeah, there you
Right.
go. But she, anyway, so we had the, oh shoot.
Catherine Ann.
Turn off all my alarms.
Turn off
All
your
my
alarms,
I would have an
Kathy.
alarm for
So that
everything
they are
during the day
silenced.
to get everything done. That's what happens when you turn 50
Just reminded
kids.
me.
Good luck.
I think mine's not muted.
There you go. So anyway, so Tess later on in the day, and I thought this was so sweet. I had thrown out that, hey, if somebody does $1,000 donation, and I put JP on the spot, and he's such a good sport. God bless him. He ran with it. I said, if somebody does $1,000 donation, I will, JP, will you let me put one of my red lipsticks on you? And he's like, you know what? What the heck? Let's go for it.
What the heck?
And
What the
Tess Armstrong came through with $1,000 donation in honor of her dad, who fought in the Korean War.
Michael Armstrong.
And just love that. And then JP got to put lipstick on.
I did, and I wore it for the full hour that was left.
He was meant to be a boy, not a girl.
Yes.
That just, not so much.
That
so,
sealed that deal.
It was so funny. And just what a fun day. But we can't thank Coach Quigley. He did his $20 challenge to his friends, and then Cleo followed up and did the same thing. And we can't thank you enough. We just can't thank you enough.
No.
What a great day to have raised so much money, to have just literally blown every
Thought.
expectation
Right.
out of the water we just say thank you to the crew. Thank you to everybody who tuned in and supported us on our first annual. And it is the first annual because we will definitely, after the success of this, we will definitely have a second annual.
And we've got
Veterans Day.
We've got a new level now. We've got to reach to.
I know. Yeah, Greg threw out a big old number the other day, and we're like,
Well,
okay.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Kathy. I really don't know that we're not too far from that goal already now.
We may
I think we may get real close to $50,000.
I mean, it's
Because
just
of the crew.
it's just unbelievable. We're so very blessed, to be part of this and to have taken part in something on a Veterans Day that makes a difference because 100% of
Somebody's
those
volume is up.
donations.
I hear somebody.
Not
Yeah.
me. I don't have my us pulled up yet. So everybody who was part of this and through today, if I'm understanding correctly, through Greg's show today, which starts at
12:30.
from 12:30 to 1:30 today, that still 100% is going towards disabled veterans. So all of that money that was raised is going to help veterans who are in need here in Texas. How great is that?
Thank you for our freedom.
Yes. Oh, God bless you, and thank you for your freedom, for our freedom, for your freedom, for serving us, for protecting us.
And I put that URL for people can still go donate on
Oh,
the top of our screen.
thank you. So www.davtexasservicefoundation.com. So yeah, they're taking donations through Greg's show this afternoon. So good stuff.
And
Good stuff.
100%.
Yep.
We'll go
love
to
it,
the
love it,
Veterans
and
Day.
love it.
But yeah, I want to thank, thank Tess Armstrong for honoring her father and putting lipstick on the pig.
Oh, come on. Now, don't call yourself that.
I
know it's a
fra-
saying.
yeah,
I
it's
know.
a-
it's just a-
I know.
I'm not
It's a
really,
term of endearment.
It is. It's a term of endearment. Plus, I'm a potbelly pig. Everybody loves potbelly
They're
pigs.
cute. They're super cute.
But also want to thank Kelly Parker for starting the ball rolling.
Absolutely.
And AMSW Lending, which is his company, for matching the first $1,000. Then want to thank Leon Chastain for not just giving us the facility for the day.
I mean, literally, we took this whole back area of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Drex over, and
That
he
whole
was
conference
so,
room. They
That-
had,
and
they had
that's
stuff
money-
scheduled in that room. I
and
didn't
they
know.
mo- and they
moved
moved it.
them. And they said, just don't worry about it. We'll put you all in there.
So we're talking
That's
probably
amazing.
about a $15,000 in-kind
Oh,
donation
easily.
in office space and in conference rooms.
and studio space. I
the
mean,
stu-
they
that's what I'm saying.
couldn't. Yeah, they could not record any other shows. Which obviously that's some of their bread and butter. They don't. I mean, all of that was donated
Yeah.
in kind to veterans. So just amazing. Just amazing. And thank you to Lisa for coming on and praying for our veterans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But here's the thing,
great.
right? Meet you anywhere barbecue.
Oh,
Okay, first of all, cannot
you made my
say
mouth water.
thank you enough to Andy and his team over there. Not
you
only
made my
did
mouth
he-
water.
Yeah, not only did he
That's so
donate
good.
$1,000 in kind food, which all was amazing, by the way.
Oh, my gosh.
But then he dropped $200 more in cash on us,
Yep.
and challenged all the other barbecue places out there to join him in donating
Yep.
to our veterans. Here's the big win. The big win's not for JP, Kathy, and the crew. The big win is not for
Wasn't
the crew.
about us. Wasn't about us.
The
no.
big win is for disabled American veterans.
Amen.
And all the
Amen.
services that will pay for those guys. Mental health, medical, support, career. I mean, everything the DAV does.
Yeah, anything and everything you
amazing.
can even think of to help them with that transition, with their life in the civilian realm.
Absolutely.
And the VFW was here, too.
And the VFW from Frisco was
love
here.
them.
Right, Frisco.
Flags of our
Flags of
Flags of
Honor,
Honor.
the Plano
Yeah.
East Rotary. We got to do a remote out there, which that was fantastic.
Congressman
Just all
Van
good stuff.
Taylor.
Yeah, Congressman Van
Congressman
Taylor,
Taylor.
who
Miss
donated.
Texas, Chandler
Miss Texas,
Foreman.
love her. Yes,
Oh, my
so
gosh.
Well, and
it
probably
was just a great day.
Well, and I'm going to say this, and I love everybody that came on, right? But probably my favorite guest for the entire telethon had to be Larry Lee.
Oh my gosh, Larry's story! I wanted to hug him. If it
Yeah.
weren't for COVID, I would have given him the biggest hug in the world.
It has to be Larry Lee.
Loved-
And if you,
he blew us away. We were
did.
just kind of taken aback when Leon brought him in and he told his story.
So I
Yeah,
wanna
he
thank-
offices up here at Venture X.
Right.
And he's
So
a great guy. I've sat and talked with him. He's
Really
great.
good guy.
So I want to thank Leon for bringing Larry Lee
Yeah.
on, number one. Number two, if you
Agree.
don't remember that story, let me just give you the synopsis here. Larry Lee's parents lived in opposite ends of Vietnam.
Yes.
Mom was either carried by helicopter, or no, mom was carried by ship, dad by
was
helicopter,
right.
to Hong Kong at a refugee camp. Because of American soldiers, mom and dad meet at the refugee camp, and Larry is born.
Fall in love, and that's why Larry's
They get
here.
married, and then Larry is born. And so Larry thanks his existence to the U.S. military.
Yeah.
Because his parents would have never met.
He said if
Yep.
it weren't for those American soldiers rescuing my parents and bringing them to that refugee camp, he's like, I wouldn't be here. And he said, I think about that every day.
And we've got I did the whole 9 hours.
That just gives me chills thinking about it.
up
Yeah.
on our YouTube, so you can go through and find it and find the clips.
Fantastic.
Also want to get your feedback on the website, jpkcrew.com.
yes, our new website. That's right.
We'd love for you to launch from jpkcrew.com from now on. We've got Twitch. We got our first Twitch subscriber, which, by the way, if you're wondering,
Yeah,
that's
how great is
that's a
that?
gaming
I
platform.
love it.
So we got
Which
our
we're about to have a gaming show.
We are.
Beginning part of 2021, or
if
when are we going to do
can
that?
JP's got to find the time.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, so
And it's going to be the oldies versus the goodies.
I'll get my son up here.
Yeah.
I would play Call of Duty with them, and it's like I'd just be laughing the whole time playing, and
Yeah.
it's great. I have a great time. I said I'm just
because you're
fodder
not
for-
very good.
Well, no,
or-
I'm
I'm
okay.
horrible. I'm horrible at all
okay.
these games.
I'm not like incompetent, but
I
I'm pretty
am.
much fodder for some of these younger guys.
Well, what I'm going to do
Yeah.
is I'm going to rotate old people
with young people.
with the young
Yep.
people. So you may see a group of us. I may get Chuck and John Gura, and then I've got to get Chuck Kirkendall.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
myself.
He's one of your gaming partners.
So-
you get Katarina.
Well, she'll be the
games with
goodies.
you. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yesterday
She'll be one of the goodies.
I was at Target at 8:10 in the morning in Allen, Texas.
Uh-huh.
My son was picking up his PS5.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
Wow, my
Interesting.
son's getting ready to buy with his birthday
But
money.
this is
the
before school.
The new Xbox,
Yep.
which
Xbox 10.
something like that.
Something like
yeah,
that?
something crazy like
Yeah,
that.
it's all
I was
crazy.
telling JP, I was cracking up because like unless y'all do like a stand up Ms. Pac-Man or Centipede, or I could hang with Tetris. But I know everybody's like, okay, how old? She is old. Wow. But it's so funny because like
Defender.
Galaga. One of my Frogger. Okay, shut it down. Super Pong really is my
Okay.
thing. So
Let's go.
Donkey Kong.
so we're talking about the gaming
It's
thing.
me, Mario.
And and the last time I
Charles,
played a game
stop.
with the last time I played a
It was
game.
fun.
Shut your camera
much
and
fun.
your phone off.
The last time I played a Mario Kart type style game with my son, somehow I killed my character within less than 1 second, and he looks at me and he goes, "How can you be so bad?" And I was like, I don't know how. He goes, I don't even know how you kill yourself that early in a game. He's like, Mom, you didn't even last 1 second.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let's try it again. He goes, no, that's okay, no.
So
So you can have CJ on.
with that
As
being
long as
said-
I'm not on.
Well, right. With that being said, it's time to jump into sports. We've got to
Speaking of
actually do
sports.
what we advertise. And so, speaking of sports, we're going to start off with the halftime show for the NFL. Now, I'll tell you this. The NFL is known for being monumental in the people that they put out there, right? You got Michael Jackson. You've got Beyonce did her thing.
Yeah, you
you
had Madonna, and he'd like them or lump them, leave them,
They're
like them,
huge.
whatever. They're big.
U2.
Yeah, you had U2, which right after 9/11, that was amazing.
Yeah, it
when
was
he opens up
amazing.
his jacket,
Oh,
and it
I
was the
loved all
American
that. Are you
flag.
kidding me, man? I
Oh, that
was-
just gives me
Do
chills.
you know
thinking
that I
about
was
it.
standing up, clapping, crying when he did that? I'm like, yeah,
Amen.
baby.
That was amazing.
So
But,
again,
yeah,
like
last
him-
year, J Lo and Shakira,
That's right.
huge halftime show.
I
Before
love
that,
Shakira, you
Lady
know that.
Gaga.
Yeah, and I love
you
Lady
know,
Gaga, too. I'm a big
Yeah,
fan.
so
Are we expecting any Zoomers today?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Why?
So-
I
Do you
just
have
was
somebody in
wondering
there?
No, I just didn't know if you needed me to log in or not.
No, well, not yet.
just-
I do have a
Well,
side note, though. I do
yes.
want to make an announcement, Kathy.
Yes.
I have contacted Brian Glenn You remember Brian Glenn?
Yes. Actually, I saw Brian when I did Mark and I did a recording for the CCGOP a few weeks ago, and it was right before he started his new gig.
So guess what?
Yeah.
I told him, I said, hey, we need to cross-pollinate.
Heck yeah.
So Brian has agreed to do whatever he can do to help us and what we can ever do to help him.
Love it.
And so if we get lucky, I may be able to get him on a remote this morning.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Because he's
out
in
getting,
D.C.
Yeah, getting ready for a Trump rally.
For the Trump rally.
Yep.
And so we'll be able to get on. But moving forward, we will now have an in-the-field network reporter reporting in with JP, Kathy, and the crew.
Love it.
Letting us know what he's doing and cross-pollinating.
Yeah,
So love that.
Brian's just a great conservative, just a stand-up Christian guy. He had the show after us when we were back in our Salem days. One of the funniest things ever. We were driving home, and he said that whenever I come in here after Kathy's been in studio, it smells like the Macy's department store perfume counter.
Exactly.
And I said something to him when I saw him the other day, and he's like, "Oh," he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "That was great." He goes, "Because before you came on the show with JP, he goes, it smelled like the guys left over from the weekend."
Or a Mary Kay convention.
Yeah. So, point is that we want to thank Brian Glenn for being willing to be part of the JPK Broadcasting Network and look forward to bringing him on and doing remotes and reporting in and all that fun stuff. So, but back to the NFL halftime show. And so to answer your question, Charles, by the way, I don't think so, but we might get lucky with Brian at the last minute. Somebody help me out here, and this is funny. Because I could say this in a way where nobody would get it. You know, this weekend, performing at the halftime show.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
people,
but that's who
people
they are.
our age, a little bit younger and older, are going to be like, unless they're like I am, and I know who this is because of my kids. And I asked JP. I said, hey, the Super Bowl halftime entertainment was announced today. We were chatting yesterday, and he's like, who?
So here's what I do know. Pepsi is the one that's going to be sponsoring the halftime show.
Don't they always?
I guess so. But I don't get that. I mean, I think Coke is kind of more the, but anyways.
That's a whole nother challenge.
Pepsi and Rock Nation revealed Thursday that the 3-time Grammy Award winner will perform on February the 7th at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. He went to Twitter and celebrated it, talking about the greatness of it, and alongside of him a photo of himself dressed in a black and rocking black sunglasses kind of outfit. And this is his comment. He seems very humble. We all grow up watching the world's biggest acts playing the Super Bowl, and one can only dream of being in that position, The Weeknd said in a statement. And I mean, literally, The Weeknd, like the guy. I'm humbled,
but
honored.
without an E.
Right.
The Weeknd.
Right.
ND.
I'm
No
humbled,
E, yeah.
honored, and ecstatic to be the center of that infamous stage.
Oh, and and I did love his comments because you can tell the guy's he's over the moon. It's just one of those things. Now, my kids know who The Weeknd is, and like yesterday, I had my son. He played a couple of songs. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And I think he did like a song with Daft Punk back in the day. So I'm assuming maybe Daft Punk comes on stage. I think
Isn't it
Star
Daft
Wars.
Punk?
Is it
Or
or
Daft or
Deaf or Daft or
Is it
Daft?
Daft Punk or Daft Punk?
No.
I don't know. Anyhow.
Who knows? Anyways, I'm sure if my daughter's listening right now, she's like, "Oh,
She's
for the love of
cringing.
God, please
Yeah,
stop
she's-
talking, Mom. You're cringeworthy."
Yeah, she's crazy.
And yes, I am. So there you go. Like when my dad used to say, "Oh my gosh, this is so funny." Like when, obviously I was the biggest Van Halen fan in the world. He's like, "How's that Van Heflin doing?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, Dad, shut it down."
Funny.
So, anyways, so my kids were like, "Oh, okay, they know who this guy is," but I just don't know.
So here's what he broke through into the mainstream with.
Yeah.
Can't Feel My Face. I don't know what references that makes. I don't know if somebody punched him or if he did drugs. I don't know. Featured on his second album was Beauty Behind the Madness. Now, I get that one. Whew, I live that daily. And
But you don't know that song.
not a clue.
Yeah.
No. But I live it daily. Which topped the Billboard 200 in 2015 and won a Grammy. He's had 3 other chart-topping albums, including his recent offering, After Hours, which I don't spend enough time doing, which was released in March. And so that's who he is. So I now have to start looking at his music.
Well, and he's also he's also, you know, he's. I wonder if one of the reasons they've tapped into him is because they'll be able to bring other stars as a surprise on stage, maybe some country music stars, because he's done some crossover work, let's just say that, with some of these different genres of music. So it'll be interesting. You know, he seems to be a talented guy. It's one of those things that usually your target demographic during the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl halftime show, bless you, is, you know, it's the older crowd.
It's old guys.
Yeah, I mean, so
who all had glory days at some point.
Well, and so that's why you're like, okay, you would think like Motley Crue or something like that.
Bruce
But
Springsteen,
Bruce Springsteen, yep, he's been there and done that. So it'll be interesting, and I'm sure he'll be entertaining. But even like Bruno Mars, who is a younger, somebody newer to the entertainment world, relatively speaking. At least I knew I could name like a couple of his songs right off the bat. We'll see. Now, what I love, and we're not slamming him by any means. If anything, we're slamming ourselves because we're so old. We're like, who is this guy?
It's on us.
Who's this little kid?
Fred Says I Can't Feel My Face is a real good song.
Yeah, it is one of his songs, and
that's what Fred said.
With what I do appreciate about him is he does, and this says a lot, I think, about his character, that he literally immediately was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening to me. And he was so appreciative of it.
Very much so.
So that's good stuff.
So halftime show by Weekend, brought to you by Pepsi and Rockin'. So we'll look forward to that and see what that does. Friday the 13th is here today, by the way, if you didn't know. And lots going on in the NFL. Of course, COVID-19 is rearing its ugly face. We'll see what that does to the general population in public. Also, of course, it's going to be interesting to see the impact on sporting events now, if in fact Joe Biden takes over as the president, because he's already made the comment during the campaign that he thinks it's ridiculous that we're playing any sports in this country at all, and we need to shut it all down. And so if you are a football player, if you are a baseball player, if you are a basketball player, if you're any of those things, I'm going to be curious to see how you react if you voted for him when he shuts you down and you don't get to play anymore or be a part of anything until all this COVID-19 goes away, which blows me away because the World Series went off without a hitch. And pretty much college football and the NFL have done a pretty good job of keeping things capped. So it'll be interesting to see how all that rolls together as well. Interesting how politics is intertwined into athletics. But with that being said, let's go to the games. Now, Kathy, I will say, I did watch a little bit of the NFL the other day.
Oh, I watched
some of
the Cowboys the other day. My husband was watching it, and I was like, you know what? I was too tired to remove myself from the room, and I thought, well, what the heck? And actually, the Cowboys looked good. We were like, what? Who is this?
Well, not good enough as the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers,
but they were
stay undefeated.
But they were beating them the majority of the game. It was literally the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Well, they played a little defense finally.
It was crazy.
And no offense to the Cowboy Nation, but I'm a Steelers fan, so.
And so you did not live here in the 70s.
No.
You were not a Roger Staubach person because literally,
no, I love Roger Staubach.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Don't go there.
Well, but here's the
it
thing,
doesn't make me a Cowboy fan.
But you couldn't, if you loved Roger Staubach in the 70s, man, you couldn't be a Steelers fan and it took me years. Terry Bradshaw is one of my favorite commentators. It literally took me years.
He lives in South Lake.
And he's a big old Texas person.
Bradshaw does.
Oh, I know. I've met him. I met him when I had dinner one night up at the mansion in Turtle Creek.
Great guy.
Nice guy. Super
great
nice
guy. But back in the 70s, back when he was playing against Roger, like my brother and I despised him. Oh, we despised him.
Well, they had a
hated
great friendship.
The Steelers.
Staubach and Bradshaw, even while they were playing.
It was also one of the great, rivalries. It was just
so.
great.
But yeah, sorry, love the Steelers. But you can't give up.
Better apologize again.
306 yards and 3 touchdowns, and win a football game. Defense wins, and Ben Roethlisberger had a huge game against the Dallas Cowboys. They were able to contain the rush game of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They only gave up about 50 yards on the ground and no touchdowns, and so Roethlisberger did it through the air. They were not able to contain Juju Smith-Schuster. This guy's having a great year. Phenomenal year. He had 6 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. And right behind him, Deontay Johnson, 6 catches, 77 yards, and no score there. But just, again, big game for Roethlisberger. Cowboys looked better, I guess. But overall, again, defense is what wins you football games. Garrett Gilbert took the helm at quarterback. He had a fairly pedestrian day. It's what I would call a Trent Dilfer day. He didn't do anything to hurt the Cowboys, really, and he kept them in the game. He was 21 for 38 with 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. On the ground, Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott shared the carries. Ezekiel carried the ball 18 times for 51 yards for a 2.8-yard average carry, while Tony Pollard carried the ball 9 times for 57 yards for 6.3 yards per carry. In the air, or in the receiving core, the 1 touchdown went to CeeDee Lamb. He had 4 catches for 71 yards with a touchdown, and then Amari Cooper had 5 catches for 67 yards. But again, it just comes down to defense, and guess what? The Steelers did a better job on defense, and as a result, the Cowboys take another loss in that abysmal. But don't worry, Dallas, you can still make the playoffs.
Which is so crazy. But I do have to say, I was shocked by the Cowboys, the majority of that game. I was like, what is happening? They just look that good. Now, granted, I have not been watching their games, but I've read about them.
Right.
Yeah, that was craziness.
Yeah.
Had to give a shout out to our buddy Rob Hall in Florida. Like, are you in shock?
He's like, yes. All right, other games to report on. The Packers-49ers, that game ended up being a snoozeville. Green Bay Packers go on to win that game 34-17. No big surprise there. In the Battle of the Bottoms, Texans and Jaguars, Texans squeak out a 27-25 victory there. Another Battle of the Bottoms. I mean, these guys get the Kiss My Butt award for playing football. Bottoms. Yeah, because they're horrible. I mean,
did you just make that up?
I did, because they are. They're the Battle of the Bottoms.
That's
yeah, you
funny.
can kiss my grits. The Giants and the Washington.
You love that kiss sound.
He does. The Giants and the Washington. And I love saying that, the Washington.
That's
I feel
what
like
they
saying,
are.
The Washington.
Yeah.
That is what they are.
The Giants squeak out a nail biter of the bottom of the bottoms with a 23-20 victory. What a joke. Ravens destroy the Colts 24-10. No surprise there. Vikings, big win over the Detroit Lions at home. Little surprise there. Thought the Lions might be able to take it to the Vikings, but that didn't happen. The Bears. I'll tell you, the Bears have had a rough stretch. They have played some teams. The Bears. They've played some very good teams, and they're a very good team. They dropped to the Titans at Tennessee 24-17. Again, watch Tennessee. They are on fire. The Chiefs, big win against Carolina. Carolina did not give it away. Michelle, I'm sure you were nail-biting this one the whole way. The Chiefs win that game 33-31. But, again, I was surprised how well Carolina played. I thought the Chiefs would take that game. In fact, I think I called that a snoozeville game, and it ended up not being one. The Bills take the Seahawks down at home 44-34. That was a great game. Falcons and Broncos, again, bottoms. Yeah, the bottoms. Falcons win that game 34-27. How about this? Raider Nation, big win against the Chargers in L.A., 31-26. The Raiders keep it alive. Dolphins beat the Cardinals. This is probably the shocker of Sunday football for me. The Cardinals were on a roll. They are beating top teams in the NFL. And I thought for sure that they were going to take the Dolphins. They don't. The Dolphins win 34-31 in a shocker there. The Cowboys and the Steelers stay undefeated. The Saints, this is a shock. A battle of the quarterbacks, right? Battle of aging quarterbacks, Drew Brees and Tom Brady. And the New Orleans Saints embarrassed the Buccaneers 38-3. If you'd have told me that had been the score. Oh,
gosh. Was that it? That the score?
That was the
Holy
score. And if you'd have told me
man.
that was going to be the score at the end of the game, I'd have said, no, there's no way possible. But, yes, that happened. So let's give you a recap of that game real quick. Drew Brees goes 26 for 32 for 222 yards and 4 touchdowns. He burns the New England defense. On the ground, they also got it done. It took a committee to get it done, but they did. Taysom Hill, 7 carries, 54 yards. Alvin Kamara, 9 carries, 40 yards. And Latavius Murray, 10 carries for 39 yards. Michael Thomas, also one of the big receivers that Drew Brees likes to go to, 5 catches for 51 yards. And so, big game for Drew Brees. On the other side of the line, Buccaneers, not so good. Tom Brady, 22 for 38, 209 yards, and 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. I think the biggest story of the day for Tom Brady is that he gets one game a year, and this is his game. He just did not have a good game.
There you go.
And so 3 interceptions, 3 picks, not good. Mike Evans received the ball 4 times for 64 yards, and the Buccaneers, and this is where it hurts Tom Brady, they only mustered 8 yards on the ground. Kathy, when was the last time you saw an NFL team only rush for 8 yards on the ground?
That's unheard of.
That is unheard of.
That's unheard of.
So, again, what do I say? What wins games, Kathy?
Defense.
And the Saints certainly did that for sure. Hapless Patriots, I'm going to start calling them the Parrots, and the hapless Jets, they do beat the Jets 30-27 in a snoozer. I don't recommend watching that game again if you had to. All right, this week's game of the week, of course, in the NFC East, it's going to be the Eagles and the Giants. They play Sunday at 12 o'clock. Again, it's the bottom feeders. Probably your biggest game of the weekend if you're going to watch the NFL. And this is going to be a good game. And I know you're probably thinking to yourself, nah, but I'm serious. The Bengals and the Steelers.
Why is that?
Cincinnati, there's just something about them. They've got something going on. And I don't know. I just have a feeling that the Bengals are going to be the team that give the Steelers their first loss. Now, if you look at their records, you're saying, nah, JP, what are you talking about? The Bengals are 2-5-1. I'm telling you, they're on the brink. And so
you don't think the Steelers are going to come back and have a strong showing from the very beginning because they played so poorly against the Cowboys at first?
No, and I don't know that the Steelers played poorly. I think the Cowboys played up.
Oh, they played way.
They're the only team undefeated.
They are,
played
and they're
way
my
up.
team, but I'm picking against them. I'm going to take the Bengals against the Steelers at the Steelers at home. So we'll see. Maybe I'm just full of it. That's probably more like it. All right, in a college football atmosphere, a lot going on in college football. Don't forget to pick up Middle Tennessee at number 16, Marshall. That's tomorrow. Number 9, Miami, Florida takes on Virginia Tech. Probably the game in the Big Ten that's going to be interesting to watch is Indiana and Michigan State. Indiana has come out number 10th in the country, and it's going to be interesting to see if Michigan State can take them off. They're going to be in Michigan, and so it'll be an interesting, fun game to watch. So if you get a chance, you want to catch that game, Kathy, Notre Dame.
Jesus' team.
Thank you. Ranked number 2 in the country, taking on Boston College. Boston College has been a little tougher than normal, but I don't see Notre Dame having a problem with that game. And then, of course, our Mustangs here at SMU, number 19, taking on Tulsa tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm going to take the Mustangs there. They're going to be in Tulsa, but that's almost like a home game anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and take them as well. And so that kind of closes out what's going on in college football right now. And again, Kathy, you had mentioned it. They may be pushing college football playoffs off.
Yeah, there's talk because you've had a number of games that have been postponed because of COVID, and there has been a spike amongst college kids and players and whatnot. Read something this morning where there's discussions. Now, nothing's been decided unless there's some article I didn't get a hold of, but it looks to be at least something being discussed. So I don't know how far you push that back until. I don't know. Again, it's weird. It's like we're so used to sports, and we're just reporting on sports once a week now. But when we used to report it on a regular basis, there was a sequence, and you knew, okay, well, here we've got the playoffs for this going on, and then this season has preseason starting this time, and everything. I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm like, when's the NHL supposed to start back up again?
The regular season.
So will they start up for the regular season? And
I think so.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Everything just seems so discombobulated.
Well, and again, what depends on what happens in January after the 20th. I mean, again, if Joe Biden takes office, his expectation is to shut down all sporting events. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's what he has said, and that's a direct quote.
Right.
So, Coach Quigley says the Ivy League has canceled all winter sports. Thank you, Coach Quigley, for that.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Did
And
not
then
know
the
that.
big high school game of the week was Plano West versus Plano East, and Plano West beat the Panthers 36-35.
Dang, Nabbit, they did.
Yep, that's what they said.
Dang, Nabbit.
Hey, Fred, and I agree with you. That's why I had mentioned the BC game with Notre Dame. I just think Notre Dame's too strong, though. I think BC had a really good game. I don't know that their offense is going to be able to do anything with the Notre Dame defense.
Were you on Restream
I am.
chat? Oh, okay.
I am. And so, so
I missed
Fredo.
it this morning.
Do what?
I missed pulling it up this morning. Sorry about
over here.
that.
No, you're fine.
Doggone it.
I just thought we'd
That's
thank
it.
the veterans some more is all.
There you
No,
go.
you're fine. All right, so Major League Baseball. What's going on there? Well, how about free agency? Free agency is getting ready to kick off.
Right.
First base is going to be one of those positions that is pretty thin in free agency. And I'll tell you what, really, in my opinion, and Coach Quigley, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe there are two anchor positions on the baseball field. Catcher is one for me, and
Okay.
first base. If you can't get it right at first base and have a good first baseman with a bat, then you're in trouble. And when you look at all the teams that have won big, all of them have had big first basemen, both being able to maintain and not have too many errors and be able to catch a ball that comes at him from almost any direction, but also the leadership that you look towards the first base, and then also your catcher as well. But I think your biggest free agent at first base this year is going to be Mitch Moreland. Does that name ring a bell with anybody?
It does, but I don't know why.
Big time
Haven't had enough
Texas
coffee.
Ranger.
Oh,
Don't know why
okay.
we let him go. Still just befuddled by that. He's out at the San Diego Padres right now, but he will actually become a free agent. And his price tag's pretty cheap. I mean, we're talking like $33 million is his option for next season. So he's coming off probably his best career season that he has had. He had 10 home runs in 42 games. And just a pretty good overall season at the plate. C.J. Cron's going to be the next one. He's a Detroit Tiger. He had some season-ending knee injuries, but he's probably still one of the top first basemen that'll be open on the market. Brad Miller from the St. Louis Cardinals. Also, he's doing much, much better. His bat's been hot and been very active. He's got the ability to provide value as a most days DHer even, dating back to his 2018 season. So this is a guy who could be a pretty decent addition to your baseball team as well. Carlos Santana, Jake Lamb, and finishes out my group that's probably in the top 5 best free agents at first base. And so throughout this offseason, I'll be mentioning and talking about free agency at different positions. I chose first base to start off with. Again, I think catchers and first basemen kind of platoon your team.
There you go.
So that's what's going on in
Deep thoughts
baseball.
by JP.
Deep thoughts by JP.
Deep thought.
That's hilarious. I'll tell you what else is hilarious. Has anybody seen or heard anybody talking about today's Friday the 13th?
Oh, yeah. Some people were already referencing it earlier this week and saying, a Friday the 13th during, the pandemic and during 2020. What the heck? It's so
It'll probably be normal.
Yeah,
like nothing's probably going to happen.
Well, and the number 13, a lot of times when I've tried out for dance teams or for certain positions and things like that within the dance world, I've always found it to be a lucky number for me. I like the number 13. I don't have a problem with it, but a lot of folks do. It's actually what
Jesus only had 12.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, what is it called? Tricks. There's a name for the fear of Friday the 13th. Triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
Triskaidekaphobia, something like that. Somebody call up or tell me how to pronounce that. But, there are a lot of people who are very fearful of Friday the 13th. Heck, they even had that whole big old movie series after it. When I was looking up some facts and stats and everything like that on, on our, on Friday the 13th, this is what really struck me. And I hope I'm still around for this in 2029. So this will be on Friday the 13th, which will be Friday, April the 13th of 2029. The Apophis
Your word, run with it.
Yeah, it's an asteroid. It was thought to have a small chance of colliding with the Earth when it was discovered in 2004. And I remember hearing something about them saying there was a meteor that was, going to be possibly hitting the Earth in the late 2020s. But you can rest easy because since then, scientists have revised their findings, which show that there is absolutely no risk of the asteroid impacting the Earth or the Moon. So that's good news.
Yeah, that's good news.
That's good news for April 13th, 2029, which will be a Friday the 13th.
There's your definition there if you want to read that.
Oh, yes. Triskaphobia.
Triskaidekaphobia.
There you go. And the irrational fear of the number 13 has been given a scientific name, triskaidekaphobia.
Triskaidekaphobia.
There you go. Thank you. And an analogy to this fear of Friday the 13th is called triskaidekaphobia from the Greek words paraskevi, meaning Friday, and then Decatreus, meaning 13.
Just like it says in the movie. All words come from Greek. It's Greek.
It's Greek
I'm
to
gonna
me.
give you some
It
Greek.
is Greek to me. Well, so here's the thing. So how, again, I'd like to know from the crew who's got a fear of Friday the 13th and who doesn't.
I don't even think about it.
It's irrational.
It's an irrational number.
But
there's
there's some folks who they're like, it's Friday the 13th. I'm going to hunker down and be safe. And especially, I'm sure during COVID, in 2020, I'm sure there's a lot of folks today going, I'm working from home.
Well, if you're
having food delivered.
If you're a 13-year-old boy and there's a lightning storm, I would stay out of that if I were you. There was a young boy in England.
Oh, no.
Military time. You ready for this? Military time.
Oh, no.
1313 on October the 13th.
Right.
A 13-year-old boy was struck by lightning.
Oh, gosh.
Just some minor burns is all he suffered,
Oh,
and
thank
he
God.
survived.
Oh, my gosh.
How about this story? We all, remember the movie, the rugby team that desperately tried to survive a plane crash. The Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 crashed into the snowy Andes while on its way to Chile. The flight contained 45 passengers, including members of the Old Christians rugby team. Only 16 passengers survived. 9 died in the crash, several others from injury and extreme conditions. The days following, an avalanche took 8 more. The rest infamously resorted to consuming the frozen bodies of those who perished in order to stay alive. For more than 2 months, it took help for them to get reached. After realizing that search parties had ceased looking for them, 2 of the rugby players made a 10-day journey and finally returned with assistance 72 days after the crash. That happened October 13th, 1972.
Wow.
So if you're on a plane today, good luck.
Yeah, there you go.
38 witnesses to murder said nothing. How about that? Nearly 40 residents at an apartment complex in Brooklyn admitted to overhearing the attack and murder of Susan Kitty Genovese on March 13th, 1964. The only problem, none of them reported it to the police while it was happening. Kitty ultimately died of a stab wound that authorities later reported she could have likely survived if someone had called them. How about that? That's a bad day.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you know who was born on the 13th? On a Friday the 13th?
Katerina?
Nope. Well, yes. Okay, yeah.
No.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Well,
the irony.
Oh, the irony
I
there.
love that. That's very fitting.
Yeah,
That's
the
very
birds.
fitting.
How about October blizzards that bury upstate New York? Seem to always happen on the 13th.
There you go.
In Buffalo, it was Friday the 13th in 2006.
Interesting.
Yeah, 400,000 homes went without electricity.
Oh, gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a mess.
Isn't that a mess?
Triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah, no kidding. So how about this? New York resident Daz Baxter, was so afraid of bad luck following him around on Friday the 13th in August of 1976, he opted to stay home. Unfortunately, his plan tragically backfired when the floor beneath his bed caved in and he plummeted down 6 floors to his death.
Oh, my gosh.
So for those of you hunkering down, don't be on the 6th floor.
Yeah, hunker down on the first floor. Okay, so this is the day that inspired one of the highest grossing film series. The commercially successful Friday the 13th enterprise included, and I didn't realize this until I just read this just this second, 12 horror movies, a television series. Was there a television series from
I
Friday
watched
the
it.
13th?
It was awesome.
Wow.
Remember,
I didn't even know
it was
that.
the bookstore, and this man with the beard, he was a great actor, and all kinds of crazy fun stuff came out of it. I loved it.
I may have to check that out.
It was a
I may
good
have to
show.
check that out. Okay. Even though the films and the television series consistently receive negative reviews from critics, they have a considerable following. They've got a ginormous following.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The mask worn by the key character in the movies, Jason, is one of the most known images in popular culture. And that's the thing. It didn't matter that the critics were like, oh, this movie, blah, blah, blah. I remember back when they first came out, when the first one came out, everybody flocked to the movie theater. You know, and they do Friday the 13th right around Halloween. They'll do Friday the 13th marathons on a TV channel. And I've got friends who will sit there and watch every single one of them.
I've never seen one.
What?
I've never seen a
Not
Friday the
even
13th.
one? Well, then watch one today.
I saw Hellraiser.
Well, yeah, but that's not Friday. Friday the
I
13th
know,
is
they're
very
some-
unique.
Oh.
I've
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I've seen 4 or 5 of them probably. Yeah, you gotta.
yeah, I've
I
never
can't believe you
seen-
haven't seen.
never seen one.
Wow. Okay.
Just not me.
Good times,
Just not
man.
me.
Good
How about
times.
the black cat curse? Have you heard of that one?
the what?
The black cat curse.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
black
people
cat
who
crossing your path
they
or
think that
something like
that's
that.
bad luck. I like black cats.
All right. So on Friday the 13th, 1969, a black cat darted onto the field during a decisive late season matchup between the Cubs and the Mets, both jockeying to lead their division. And as the story goes, the cat ignored the Mets and started into the Cubs' dugout for 10 seconds before disappearing. The Cubs crumbled after that game, and they lost 18 of their next 27 games and toppling from first place in the division.
Just K-decaphobia. I'm
Woo!
telling you, man.
Buddy, that black cat took care of business there. Of course, I told you about the lightning strike, but how about Tupac's death? I didn't know that. Did you?
Yes,
No.
yes. Yep.
September 1996. He died on Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. The plane crash, of course, we talked about. How about the pinnacle of all fakery? In 1923, the Hollywood sign was unveiled on July 13th. Originally, it said Hollywood Land, and it advertised a new housing development. So you could say the entire movie industry symbolized by this sign and symbolizing vanity, commercialism, sellouts, etc., has its origin on Friday the 13th.
When was the War of the Worlds? Was that a Friday the 13th or was that a Halloween thing?
I don't remember.
I think that was a Halloween thing. I think that was
Okay.
wasn't that a Halloween prank? I
I-
think.
I don't
You-
recall.
I don't
I don't
know.
recall. Let me
If
do
my
a quick
husband's
search.
watching, he'll know. He'll know.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so how about this? Finland, since 1995, Finland dedicated one Friday the 13th a year to observe National Accident Day. The day aims to raise awareness about safety on the roads, at home, and the workplace. That's great marketing. Because Friday the 13th, you kind of have you're kind of on alert anyways. And so to make that an awareness day for safety, not a bad idea.
Not a bad
idea.
If you've got a Friday the 13th story that hit you, get on our chat and put out there what it was, and we'll read it out there online, or give us a call right here in the studio. And Chuck, our phone number here in the studio is again
214. I'm sorry, I had it. It just left me. Oh my
It
god!
left
Hey,
me
there-
too.
Fred's on the feed. He said, how about, and I remember this, how about the black cat at the Cowboys game last year? We're all like, oh, great. Even if you weren't superstitious about black cats, when we saw that black cat on the Cowboys field, that just some random cat, we're like, who let that in there?
Who let the cats
Yeah.
out? Boom, 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 boom. Who let the cats out? I wonder if we'll get blocked for that.
Oh,
don't
then don't
think
sing it too
so.
much more. Maybe because you're not
Maybe
doing
I'm
a very
off
good job
tone
of
and-
singing it.
And all that other good
I
stuff.
love you, JP.
Well, it's true though. I mean, you're right, and I know you're right. That's the best part of it for sure. But yeah, so if you have a Friday the 13th story, I can't believe we're all drawing a blank here.
I'm looking it up. Just give me a second.
On our phone.
Oh no, that's the wrong one.
See, you've got 214-232 stuck in my head.
I know,
and that was a telephone
yesterday's. That
number.
was the telephone
So yeah, I don't want to get locked in on that and have people calling in, because that way they'll call in on my phone, and that would be crazy. So, how about this though? How about breaking celebrity news? I guess here's the big question: does anybody care anymore?
You know what? It's funny. I think people are so out on celebrity. What happened with celebrities was when everybody was having to do, when the majority of folks were having to do shelter in place, when COVID first hit back in March and back in the spring, you would have celebrities who took to social media, and a lot of their social media posts came down quickly afterwards, because I'm sure their PR person was like, what the heck? But they would show themselves out in their hot tub or in one of the bedrooms of their, 13 room mansion. They were like, just do what's right and stay at home and have your food brought in. What was it? What's his name? Oh, I'm forgetting her name and his name.
Yes, what is his name?
No, I'm forgetting both their names. John Legend. His wife was like, have your food delivered. And she said, I just had my favorite soup delivered. Well, yeah, she had something flown over from Maine to Hollywood in a helicopter to have her favorite clam chowder. And so I think they kind of set themselves up, because they showed how out of touch they are when you've got people who were hunkered down in, a small home, trying to work from home, trying to keep a job, losing jobs, losing income, and wondering how they're going to pay their bills, trying to help their kids learn remotely.
So can we get a Mariah Carey dash?
A what?
So, Mariah Carey dash.
What does that
who
mean?
is it? Who is it? Who is it? It's, you said John Lennon's wife.
Yeah, that's
right?
not Mariah Carey.
Who is that?
It's not like
Who was it?
something Teigen or something.
Teigen,
Chrissy Teigen. Yeah.
Oh, so Tegan Dash.
Yeah,
so
there
she'll
you go.
she'll send me salmon from Oregon.
She sent, and that was the first of the pandemic, and she apologized, and I really haven't heard a whole lot of celebrity talk. For one thing, a lot of movies have been put on hold, so you're not talking about the latest and greatest star because of the movie that they're in, or movies have been released through, Frontier or whatever, or through Prime. But then also, John, I think you've got JP. I think you've got you've got TV shows that have been pushed back. I think when it hits the fan, you're not too worried about what the latest celebrity's wearing and what kind of perfume they tell you to buy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, does anybody care? I think people are going to care about this. How about this? 30 years after its debut, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is reuniting to relive the story. And they are going to be bringing the Banks family back.
Is it a reunion?
Uh-huh. And it's going to be on HBO Max just in time for Thanksgiving.
Oh, there you go. So wait, so are they coming back as their characters, or are they
both?
Well, I know the father. He's Uncle Phil.
Mm-hmm.
I think the actor that played him passed away. Several years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's a Banks family get together is what it is, and they've got the trailer out there, and they're going to be talking about how their lives got flipped and turned upside down, and
there you go.
So yeah, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a lot of fun, but yeah, there you go. The Prince of Bel-Air is back, and the Banks family is back. So that should be interesting to watch.
That was a good little show. I didn't get to watch it very much. I can't remember. Was it on a Friday night or something? But anyways, it was a nice, wholesome show.
You're not tired, are you, Kathy?
Yeah, no nitro.
You didn't have a long day.
No nitro. I know, no nitro. No, it's still
Who
not.
wants to see Kathy on nitro? Let's hear that. Let's put that in the chat.
That would be entertainment.
No,
news.
JP's like, I've got to do two other
Somebody
shows
donates.
today,
How much would they have to donate instead of having to have wear lipstick? You see Kathy drinking nitro.
Yeah, you have to pay money so I don't drink it. No, and Michelle was so sweet. She just asked how I was feeling after my accident, and I want to give a shout out to the Allen Police Department, but thank you for asking. Yeah, just not sleeping well because I'm still just really hurt from.
The phone number's on the screen, by the way.
Oh, good. I do want to give a shout out to the Allen Police Department. Monday night, leaving a Republican meeting at Rudy's in Allen, I was sideswiped really bad. Like they couldn't even repair the damage to my car. They're having to get new parts for two sections of my car. So it was one of those things when I knew I was going to get hit. And at first, I thought the guy was trying to ram me from behind. He was going so fast. I thought he was either drunk or an aggressive driver. I gripped the steering wheel so hard. So like even my hands, my forearms, my elbows, my shoulders, my neck, everything just hurts. Got the ringing in my ear that came back that I haven't had since I had my concussion, over a year ago. But I called, it was dark. I did not have any type of weapon with me to protect myself. The guy got out on the service road, came up banging on my window, was very, very assertive, very aggressive. And I said, I'm calling 911. I said, I'll pull over into a parking lot with you, but I'm not getting out of my car until the police show up. And 3 Allen police were there. It seemed like instantaneously. They were all right on the scene. Went over, separated him out on the other side of his car. Looked at the damage on my car. Wanted to make sure I was okay. So a big shout out to the Allen Police Department and their 911 operators. They do a great job. They do a great job. And again, we completely, just like we support the military, we back the blue on this show like nobody's business. And Monday night, it just reassured me as to why it's so important to support our police officers.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Good folks.
Our phone number. There you go. Go ahead, Chuck.
494-1244.
Did you put it up on the screen too?
Yeah,
we
sure
have
did.
a screen
Right
one.
there.
All right. So again, 214-494-1244. If you have a Friday the 13th story, call in and let us know. It might be an interesting story. Also in entertainment news, a lot going on with babies in Hollywood. And I'm going to come back and talk about that and what Kathy... yes, Chuck, I see it. Thank you, Charles.
Oh, is he just pointing to it?
He got up.
He said it's been up there for like 10 minutes.
I'm working.
He's pulling up stories.
He's doing his job. I'm doing my job.
Great.
Yeah,
right.
You're killing me.
John's doing his job.
Watch it, Peacock. So here we go. How about this? You want to rent the Bachelor Mansion on Airbnb. You can rent the Bachelor Mansion. It's on.
Really?
Yeah, I think you and Michael should do that.
Does it come with roses too?
We would invite. Okay.
It has a hot tub.
We would have to invite. First of all, I'd want that place clean from stem to stern.
I would not want to be in that hot
tub. Just saying. No, I would need to see it drained, bleached, and then refilled up with
tear
chlorine
it out,
water.
put a whole new one in.
$6,000 a night.
I believe it. Well, that's one of those things that would be a fun thing if you were getting married, to have your bachelor and or bachelorette party there. And because there's tons of rooms.
Not for $6,000.
$6,000 a night.
I mean,
For one night, maybe a month.
No, if everybody pitched in, that would be kind of fun to have your bachelor, and you could even do a couple's bachelor and bachelorette party. Each of you invite 10, 15, 20 people.
Give me $6,000
and just have a big old party.
I'll throw you a great party for $6,000.
But to be able to say you did it at the Bachelor Mansion, I think that's kind of that's kitschy. That's what that would be fun. I think that'd be fun.
So, but here's all the craziness, right? So we'll start off with the 2020 CMA Awards. Kelsey Ballerini claps back at pregnancy speculation after the 2020 CMA Awards. Maren Morris won't filter her songs because she's a mother. I mean, are we seeing a trend here?
Of what? Everybody thinking Hollywood's
No,
pregnant?
babies and moms. I mean, I got more to read about this.
Remember we said COVID was going to bring about a big old baby boom.
Yeah, well, it's...
December is the month.
I was just thinking that December
month.
and January, because when everybody was sheltering in place. Well, what else are you going to do?
I know my brother-in-law, Dr. Michael Jones. He's got a lot of
Real
deliveries.
busy.
Oh yes,
I bet
he said there was a huge increase.
I bet so.
So, and Maren Morris says she doesn't sweat the small stuff after welcoming son Hayes into the world. Carrie Underwood and Miranda Lambert and more artists mix and mingle at the 2020 CMA Awards talking baby talk. So it just seems like it's a baby talk kind of a deal here. Now, this is interesting. Reba McEntire, instead of wearing a mask, she's got a handheld Dewey Thicky-Majigger thong, and she puts it over her mouth and nose. And then we'll take it down, put it over her mouth and nose, and then put it down.
Oh, kind of like the masquerade mask that
Like
you would put over your eyes. Yeah, like you put over your eyes.
And it's see-through.
That's actually kind of cool.
But is it a mesh?
Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah.
Is
can
it
we put
mesh
that up on, I
or
want to
is
see
it
that.
solid?
Let me see
Oh, I'm
if I
sure
can-
hers is solid. She's not an
Oh,
idiot.
you have to send it to me.
She's not an
now.
idiot.
I know.
wanna
Hold
see
on a
that.
minute. Hold on a minute. Well,
All right.
of course, it went to something different. Why does it always go to something different?
So you're going on one of those sites that takes you all over the place.
Well, I'm on E-News.
Oh yeah, Fred said he's got to get off if we're talking about the CMA awards because he recorded it.
Well, I'm moving on. Don't worry. I'm not going
That's
to
it.
give.
We're good. We're okay.
I'm not
Just
going to
wanted
give
to see
away
the image.
I'm not giving away anything. So Reba, I can't get a thing of Reba, but I can get of this of Thomas Rhett, Lauren Atkins, and Lauren Elena. This must be the big thing, I guess, at the awards because they're all carrying them. All right, Charles, I'm going to send you the link on this.
All right.
But yeah, very, very interesting. And I wonder if you truly can get away with it. We'll have to find out. Again, if Joe Biden becomes president, is that going to count as a mask? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what she's carrying?
Yeah,
Well, it
I
sounds
know.
kind of fancy.
I mean,
Isn't
it's-
Biden just wear a mask even without? I mean, isn't he really just a masked man?
he's a masked man, all right. Don't get me started on that. All right, I sent to JP Kathy and the crew 3 at gmail.com. So, yeah, so this is a
I
new
love Reba
thing.
McEntire,
and
by
it's
the
supposed to
way.
be acting like a mask. So, very, very interesting. And you may have to scroll down, Charles, to get to what I'm talking about. But yeah, it just seems to be a lot of baby talk, and I'm a mom, and I love that. I love the fact that moms are saying, you know what, kiss my grits. They get the Kiss My Butt awards. And so I think good for them.
Why are they getting to kiss my booty?
The people that challenge them.
Oh.
I say good for moms.
Oh yeah,
And
oh,
everybody else can kiss
absolutely.
their booty.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about. So, of course, also in Hollywood, of course, there's always drama. And I think that's why people, of course,
Yes.
are drawn to them is because of the drama. Oh, I think if we would just send everybody a bunch of Dramamine, maybe it would get rid of the drama. Dramamine?
Because
Drama?
well, when you take Dramamine, my goodness, that stuff knocks you out. That's the reason you don't get motion
How do
sickness
you know
because
this,
you're
Catherine?
asleep.
I don't ever use that.
Have you
Well-
ever you didn't when you were little, like when we were little and we went on trips and like when we went deep sea fishing in the Keys because my grandfather and grandmother used to own a marina. Oh, my mom loaded my brother and I up on Dramamine because if not, we would have been.
Is that what
Getting
you're talking about,
sick.
John?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
it right there.
Now, see, that's cool.
And Reba McEntire has one. But see, here's my thing. Why wouldn't you have that over your nose, Miranda?
Well, maybe just the angle of the picture that they took. They just caught her with it down a little bit.
As she
low.
was
No, it's
raising
down
Is
it,
that
below her
Miranda?
nose.
or as she's
Yeah,
lowering
Miranda
it or
Lambert
raising
and
it.
Maren Morris. But yeah, that's down below her nose. I mean, it's clearly down below her nose. Again, though, is that going to count as a mask? And I just don't know. And if you're in a place not eating,
And of course, in Hollywood,
don't you have to just
yeah,
hold
they
it?
don't. Yeah, I guess so. Would you get tired of holding? Well, Hollywood wants they don't want to mess up their. They spend lots of money for their getting
don't
their
wanna get their
face their
lipstick on the
faces done. They
mask,
don't. Yeah,
right?
they don't want to get their. They don't want to have their makeup messed up. I mean, because I put on a mask and I take it off and there's like lipstick all on the inside.
now, do you watch Total Bellas? Okay, me neither. I don't even know what that is.
Well, now the Bellas are from Pitch Perfect.
No. This is a show. It's a TV show. Kathy Laurinaitis. Do you know who she is?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. Kathy Laurinaitis.
Oh, the irony of us.
She's from the
reporting
Total
on
Bellas
entertainment.
star's mom, and she thinks it's best for Nikki to see her doctor in Los Angeles if that's what she wants to do. This is about her birthing plan. So Bree wants mom Kathy to side with her on Nikki's
Is this a
birthing
reality
plan.
show?
I don't know. I'm guessing
Well,
so.
look it up.
I am. I'm on here. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
I'm just telling you again.
Total Bellas.
Babies are a fly. I'm telling you. This is what it
well,
is.
it's
and then
Oh, okay, it is.
And
Here
then-
it is. It is a it's an American reality TV series that premiered on E on October 5th in 2016, spinoff of Total Divas. It's the lives of twin sisters Bree and Nikki Bella and their immediate families and partners. So they're those wrestlers. I think they're the
Oh, are
wrestler
they?
chicks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay, so
Don't
this
give
is
me line.
entertainment and sports. Good for you, JP, and you
Right.
didn't even know.
didn't know I was bonusing.
You got a double whammy.
I did.
There you go.
Catherine Schwarzenegger does a tribute to baby girl and Chris Pratt. Remember Chris Pratt, by the way.
I love Chris Pratt.
Well, you know, he was voted the worst Chris in Hollywood.
Because he is devout Christian. He always gives the glory to God, and he gets his chops busted because of it. I think that's what's wrong with the world. We need to give glory and we need to be very gracious and humble, and we need to give props to a Hollywood star who is willing to give glory to God. You know,
Now,
I love him.
Fred
He
Nort
was on.
saying.
He was
Nort
on.
saying that
He was on Parks and Rec, and I loved his character on Parks
JP
and
had
Rec.
$1,000 lipstick on.
I did. I had $1,000
Wednesday.
lipstick on.
It was.
So,
Yeah. He
Doctor,
was fancy.
do you watch Doctor 90210?
No.
I don't either.
Is that a spinoff of 90210?
I don't think. Well, I think it's probably like
Remember the show 90210
yeah,
back in the
Yeah,
day?
I mean it's a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon type doctor.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Did you
okay.
find it on your
no,
iPad?
No, but that makes sense because that's the most expensive zip code in California, isn't
Right,
it?
probably.
And so Dr. 90210 is probably like a very expensive plastic surgeon, I would imagine.
Well, she looks like she could be. Women just want to look cute in a pair of jeans, and Dr. Colleen is here to help. Plus, you won't believe the recovery process.
Yeah, here it is.
Hip dips in women are
Well,
more
it
common
was
than
only
you
on
think.
for it was only on through 2008.
Well, evidently,
But it must be the doctor from the show that they're talking about.
They're talking about hips and dips.
It was
Mondays at 10 p.m. It's still on.
not according to this.
Well, I'm looking at E! News right now today,
Oh, let's see.
and they've got
E revived the series.
right.
E revived the series with an all-female surgeon cast that will literally that just premiered September 28th of this year.
And these are interesting clips. So first, it's hips and dips, and then
Okay.
a cheerleader wants to walk around her house naked again.
Okay, why can't she?
I don't know. I mean, is her clothes stitched to her body or something?
Does somebody not let her?
I
walk
heard
around?
naked again.
He heard naked and cheerleader.
Woke Chuck up.
He heard naked and cheerleader. All of
So-
a sudden, he's like, "Hello, everybody."
You know, we have to get censored.
So this is something, right? I'm looking at a picture of this woman. It looks like she was a Mavs cheerleader, maybe.
You
Okay.
can't show those kind of pictures, John.
You're killing me, Chuck.
Go ahead.
And so she says, after having multiple kids, Jaquel White wants a mommy makeover to get her boobs and tummy back to her glory days.
Okay. Well,
Watch
go
Dr.
for
Q's
it.
consultation. And she looks skinny. See, I'm wondering, are we at body shaming again? I mean, what are we doing here?
What's her name? Jaquel Knight.
White?
Oh, White.
Yeah. So that's an episode you can watch. That should be interesting.
But here's the thing: I can't watch those shows because I think they show the plastic. Don't they show them cutting and stuff? And
I don't know, but I like Dr. Pimplehead or whatever they call her.
Oh, my daughter loves that Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah,
or
she's
whatever.
funny. That's
my
hilarious.
daughter loves that show.
Yeah, I love Dr.
let's see.
Pimplehead or whatever they call him.
Was that Jaquel or Jackie?
No, Jaquel.
Okay.
Jacquuel.
You remember that skit, right?
Well, White.
Yes.
Block A.
Yeah, okay.
AA Ron.
Listen, Chris.
No, don't get us shut down.
Don't get us shut down.
Just stop talking. I think I know where you're going.
The censors are just now opening the doors back up.
Please don't get us shut
No,
down.
shut us down.
Well,
That's funny.
okay. I've got Jaquel Knight, who's a dude. So
White.
surely that's
White.
on who. Okay.
Kathy. WHITE.
Yeah, I know, but it pulls his up. When I try to pull hers up, it pulls his stuff up. His is what
I don't
comes
know.
up on social media.
So, but E! News, you can go on, you can catch it. They're freezing people, and I guess they're sculpting fat off and all kinds of fun stuff. So there's that. So that's happening as well in 2020. They revived that
Okay.
show. So there you go, hips and dips. Yeah.
Hips and dips. What hips? What's a dip?
It's a show. I'm guessing it's off of your hips, I
Okay.
guess.
Well, I get the hips, but what are dips?
Emily in Paris is officially returning for season 2. So if you were curious about that,
What show is that?
I don't know. Again, I'm doing entertainment news and I don't watch TV.
Oh, the dips are the inward, like when your hips go in
The
a little
inward?
bit. Yeah.
Oh, inward.
Like instead of your hips going rounded out like that, they kind of go in a little bit. Yeah. And usually, like if you've been
So
a
they
dancer,
dip in, I guess. That's what
yeah,
they call
and
dips.
mine do
Okay.
that. If you, especially if you've been a dancer or gymnast, or if you've had certain where your muscles have formed a certain way, you have that dip, and then I guess okay. So, but I didn't realize that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Wow.
And then if you want to catch Grey's Anatomy stars, they're talking
I'm
about.
learning all kinds of stuff from you today, JP.
I know.
And you didn't know about any of this until you just looked it up.
Right.
He watches no TV.
I don't watch TV. But Grey's Anatomy stars talk about dating during COVID-19. You can catch their video on E! News. And it is interesting, dating during COVID-19, because you really don't know people, right? And so who are they with? What are they doing? It's kind of interesting. But Kelly McCreary and Anthony Hill get real about their characters' complicated love lives during the coronavirus pandemic when season 17 returns. I did know about Grey's Anatomy, by the way. I think everybody loves Grey's Anatomy. I think. So
I never watched it.
You never watched it? Did you ever watch
So
ER
you're
with
about
what's his name?
Friday the 13th, and you've never watched Grey's Anatomy.
Never,
I watched
never
ER.
watched Grey's Anatomy.
I used to watch it, and then I kind of
I'm
lost
not
interest.
into. There's two kind of TV shows I'm just not into. Hospital-based shows, unless it was General Hospital, and then police-based shows, which there's too many 911 and hospital shows on TV. I think.
I loved ER.
Yeah, I never watched ER.
Oh, I loved ER. But I also
I know my
loved,
mom loved it.
See, I also loved, though, the corner show, Quincy.
Quincy
Back in the-
Adams.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
was it Quincy Adams?
Yeah.
I thought it was
No,
Quincy.
just Quincy.
Was it Quincy?
It was just Quincy.
It was just
But his name
Quincy.
was Quincy Adams.
Yeah, but it was just Quincy,
think.
though. Well, the president was named Quincy
Well,
Adams.
I don't remember.
I was gonna say,
I don't,
yeah, but Quincy was.
Yeah,
but
give yourself
Quincy,
a one.
when was Quincy on?
Probably the mid-'80s, early
Oh, was
80s.
that 70s maybe?
Yeah, even then, yeah.
I've got to look
And
this
then
up.
Trapper John M.D., that was one of my favorite
See, now,
ones.
I
Trapper
remember
John.
I watched, back in the day, I watched some hospital and some police officer shows because One Adam 12, my brother and I did not miss that.
What I'm 12.
And Quincy, we watched, and there was another doctor show way back in the day.
Well, it was Marcus Welby, MD.
That's it. That was it.
See, I
That
didn't
was
watch
it.
that one.
And
That was
then
back
there's
in like
Emergency.
Emergency.
Engine
We watched
51,
that too.
Engine
John
yeah.
Gura says Scrubs.
Scrubs. There
No,
you go.
I did watch that. That was funny.
That's a more modern one.
Yeah. So, and good morning, Lisa.
Gail says Total Bellas is awesome, so she knows what we're talking
so
about.
she watches that.
There
so
we
that,
go.
there you go. So Tyler Perry, let's go to the People's Choice Awards now. Tyler Perry is to receive People's Champion Award at the 2020 People's Choice Awards. Jennifer Lopez is to receive the People's Icon Award at the 2020 EPCAs as well. And then this is kind of fun, and I love this because she looks just like Diana Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross is to receive the Fashion Icon
She
Award.
does look like her mom.
Boy, I mean, like exactly.
a lot. I think Diana Ross, and just because I've always thought Diana Ross was just drop dead gorgeous, I do think Diana Ross is prettier, but you can tell that's her daughter.
It's Quincy M.E.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Show.
right. Medical
There-
examiner.
medical
Right.
examiner.
It debuted October 3rd, 1976
It was in the
Okay.
70s.
until
See? Yep.
May 11th, 1983.
Yep.
Which is when I
Yep.
was watching it.
See, I remember. So yeah.
And so then Tracy Ellis Ross will receive the Fashion Icon Award at the People's Choice Awards. And this year, Demi Lovato is to host the 2020 People's Choice Awards as well.
Local girl.
Yep. Now, here's my thing. Has anybody gotten over Justin Bieber yet?
Wasn't he on the CMAs last night?
I don't know.
Or he was
but
going to be?
He could be, but he's going to be on the People's Choice Awards performing. And Chloe and ex-Hallie or Hal or whatever is also going to perform. I got to learn this stuff if I'm going to report on it.
Is there a breakup or something? Getting over Justin Bieber? I don't know.
I'm over it.
Well, he's got a reality show with his new wife right now, I think. He actually is less obnoxious now that he's married and settled down. For a while there, he was ridiculous. He was urinating in restaurants
Well,
and
he
just kind of
was a
some gross
punk.
kind of stuff. I think he's matured quite a bit.
Has he?
From what it seems since he's been married.
Has he? I don't know. I just think he was a Canadian punk. I was not a fan. So anyways, the People's Choice Awards is Sunday, 8 o'clock Central Time if you want to tune in to that and catch that. I'm a big fan of Tyler Perry, by the way. I don't know about you, but he's done a lot of cool stuff, and I love all of his Medea stuff. That's pretty funny as well.
Tyler Perry, he's real good looking, isn't he?
Yeah, tall, good-looking man. Absolutely, I would say absolutely.
Does he do? Who does the? Somebody does the. I've got to look up his.
Well, he's the Medea.
Yeah. I'm trying to look. He's got some other. Seems like he's got some other series. Hold on, I'll look him up.
So let's see. Fred Nort says 240 Roberts was a good police show. Oh yeah, I remember that. But it ran short. Yeah, I remember that though. Yep, I do remember that. Nash. No, MASH. MASH was one of my all-time favorites.
Loved MASH.
Yeah, loved MASH. Loved Knight Rider.
Loved MASH.
Anybody remember Knight Rider?
Car 54, where are you? Oh, that's
Michael.
hilarious. Yeah, MASH was one of the best TV shows ever.
So as you
Agree.
get ready to tune in, you've got all kinds of different folks that may be up for awards. Lin-Manuel Miranda, a Broadway actor turned movie star, is stirring his performance as Alexander Hamilton continues to delight and entertain us. It earned him 2 nominations for the Best Male Movie Star of 2020 and the Drama Movie Star of 2020 for Hamilton. Is it Issa Rae? Am I pronouncing that right? I think I am. The actress, she has proven she is a multi-hyphenate by bringing in nominations for both comedy and drama. She's earned a nomination for the Comedy Movie Star of 2020 and Female Movie Star of
What
2020.
shows?
The Lovebirds is one.
Never heard of
And
it.
then she's garnered a Drama Movie Star of 2020 nomination for The Photograph. That's right, The Photograph.
haven't heard of that
Finally,
either.
her hilarious role in the HBO series Insecure earned her a nomination for the
Haven't
Comedy
heard that.
TV Star. Well, you've got lots to tune into. You've got lots to watch.
Oh,
Joey,
no, I've got 2 episodes of Mandalorian tonight. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm all good. And by the
careful.
way, I'm not saying anything just in case people haven't watched it.
I have not, so
I've only seen episode 1. I will watch episode 2 and 3 tonight. Episode 1 is so good you'll lose your mind. Watch it tonight. Watch it tonight
There's
so
a
we can
big
talk about it on
controversy, I know,
Monday.
on episode 2.
all right.
Oh,
So-
is
We'll
there?
talk about it on
Hey,
Monday. So watch it.
Yeah,
and we'll
talk
talk about it
Oh,
on Monday.
Hey,
okay.
All right. The actress Joey King is nominated for the Comedy Movie Star of 2020 for The Kissing Booth 2. So look for her to make her debut at the People's Choice Awards. Chase Stokes, the actor's role in the hit drama Outer Banks, which is a good show, got him nominated for both the Male TV Star of 2020 and the Drama TV Star of 2020. Now, I love this guy. This is hilarious. Dan Levy. Have you seen this show yet with him and his dad? It's okay. And
What's it called?
Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I have seen that.
That is my dad's favorite series, by the way.
It won, like, it swept some
The Emmys.
awards.
It swept the
was
Emmys. Yeah.
Like, they got Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Comedy, all of that. It's on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, I can see why your dad
Sounds
thinks
like
that.
a name of the,
Well,
doesn't sound good.
it's SCHITTS with a $sign, right?
Yeah, it's not like, no, it's
No.
not.
Well, the Levies are the ones that came up with it. So those two guys are
Oh,
hilarious.
Shay Drake said Bionic Man and Bionic Woman.
Oh, and the $1 million man.
Well, it's the $6 million
Or $6
man
million.
who was a Bionic
Wonder
Man, and but the Bionic Man and the
And I loved Wonder Woman too.
Linda Carter.
oh,
Yeah,
oh.
Linda Carter.
Talk about
I used to do that swirl. I had
spin around.
2 bracelets I'd put on. Yeah.
So Dan Levy is nominated for the Male TV Star of 2020 and Comedy TV Star of 2020 for Schitt's Creek, and I think he'll win both. I mean, he is hilarious.
Oh,
I always thought the
I've
name
always-
sounded
I've
like a
always
bad
thought
case of
he was-
diarrhea.
yeah.
I've always thought that guy was hilarious. He Best of Show. He's been in a million
Yeah.
of those movies, and I think he's one of those Canadian actors
Yeah.
who came up and made it huge in America. Just hilarious.
So-
Hey, am I going to have a chance to report on the Thomas and his obsession with the mannequin?
Yeah, well,
Bold and Beautiful.
Give me one more. Give me a couple more announcements, and you can run with that. The rapper DaBaby has had a very successful run with his music this year and is nominated for 4 awards, including the Male Artist of 2020, the Song of 2020 for Rockstar, the Collaboration of 2020 for Rockstar, and the Collaboration of 2020 for What's Poppin' Remix. So be looking for him to maybe clean up while he's there as well. Okay, there we go. This is interesting. See-through dresses.
What?
Chloe X, and is it Halle or Hale? Halle.
Happy Days. That's another good one. Fred Nort just put that out there.
Yeah, but they're wearing see-through dresses.
Who's wearing see-through dresses?
Chloe and ex Halle or whatever.
Who are they?
I don't know. Again, this is entertainment news. I don't know.
Oh.
The duo put themselves on the map this year, and it paid off. They're nominated for the Group of 2020. They're singers, but they're wearing see-through dresses.
Huh.
So there's that.
Okay, there's that.
There's that. Megan Thee Stallion. It's safe to say that no artist is having a better year than Megan Thee Stallion when it comes to career success. She's nominated for a total of 6 People Choices Awards, including the Female Artist of 2020, the Song of 2020 for Savage, which, by the way, is a really good song. Have you heard that song?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I love that song.
How does it go?
Really? You're the singer. I'm not the singer. The song of 2020 for WAP or WAP. The music video of 2020 for WAP. The collaboration of 2020 for WAP. And the collaboration of 2020 for the Savage Remix. So lots going on out there at the People Choice Awards. That is this Sunday. So if you get a chance, you might want to tune in there. And then, of course, Kathy.
Mork and Mindy.
We have got to talk about the days of our lives. What are we talking about?
No. That's another hour and a half.
That's not, no. Okay, but I mean, check email. I'm about to send you a link to pull up, Charles, please. So, okay, and I think it's very interesting. What is our email? JP,
Kathy,
and
the
oh,
crew.
Here it is. Okay, pull up the second one that the one I just sent you. So.
Wild, bold, and Will Bold.
Or no, I'm sorry. Pull up the first one that I just sent to.
The first that says bold and beautiful mannequin.
Yes.
Oh, Dr. Good says that her and Tom were engaged on October 3rd or Friday the 13th.
There you go. And hey, did y'all get engaged at a Kingston Trio concert? I think I remember her saying that one time.
I didn't mean to take you off your game there.
So
do you want the picture on the first one, or what do you want?
Yeah, the picture. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me go.
So. Okay, so everybody knows that my way of decompressing, what I like to call dumbing down, chilling out, just totally taking my brain off.
Which one of the images? The first one, or
I'll do the first one at first, and then the second one. So my dirty little secret is I watch Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless. Have watched Young and the Restless on and off since I was in high school. Have watched Bold and the Beautiful since 1987 when it started. I would record it. Would catch up with it when I was a teacher during the summer and on Christmas holidays, because of course you can do that because the storylines move so slowly. Well, they came back. Soap opera actors and actresses came back in the Hollywood or the entertainment world sooner than series and sitcoms and movies and things like that did. But they've had to be very, very, very creative. Oh, we love you too, Leon. He just said he loves the crew. They've had to be very creative because usually soap operas are all about people making out and everybody looks hot and everybody's all, ooh, how are you? How you doing? Oh, okay, yeah, good times. So we made fun of the fact that on these shows, any kissing that's going on is with mannequins. Well, so Bold and the Beautiful got very creative, and it only takes 17 minutes without commercials to watch this show. And I watch it. I watch it every day. Well, almost every day. Sometimes I have to catch up on it. There you go. There you go. So there's a character named Thomas, and this actor, he's great. He does this role so well. Real bad guy, stole this one, or knew about this one lady, Hope, who he's in love with, knew that her baby was stolen by this doctor, Zoe's dad. And so anyway, so he's done all this bad stuff because he's been obsessed with this girl, Hope, on the show forever. But Hope's married to Liam, and Hope has a baby with Liam. And now Hope and Liam are raising his son with his wife who died. So what they have is a mannequin of Hope that was from the Hope for the Future line that was supposed to have gone into one of the stores in California, one of their boutiques. But instead, Thomas, who's obsessed with Hope, brought the mannequin home, and the mannequin talks to him, y'all.
I'm sorry, I fell asleep there for a second.
He has dinner with the mannequin. He talks to the mannequin.
Is this real or on the show?
On the show.
Oh, okay.
And he's so good at it. And now this mannequin. So again, this is a way to work around COVID and the pandemic. Have scenes with a mannequin.
Did you say he has sex with a mannequin?
No, have scenes with the mannequin.
Is that what they do?
I think he's gonna kiss that mannequin. So anyway, so here now the mannequin is telling him. So on Halloween, she turned like into an from going to, well, I love you, Thomas, and you should be with me and you should be together. On Halloween,
a movie called Cherry or something about that?
It's going to take me longer to finish the story. And so on Halloween,
hour and a half, John.
She turned into
telethon.
I'm going to wait until y'all stop talking until I can finish the story.
Listen to kaboom!
We're going past
Hey,
9.
how do you do this? Mic drop.
So she on Halloween, all of a sudden her eyes got red and she turned into Evil Hope Mannequin. So now Evil Hope Mannequin, and
Is
it's
this on
Friday the
here
13th. I
someplace?
can't wait to see what they do. Evil Hope Mannequin is telling Thomas, there we go, to kill Liam. So is Thomas going to lose his mind again and go off the charts again, which he's done bad stuff on the show? And is he going to kill or try to kill Liam?
All right.
I think this is brilliant writing for the soap opera world. Bravo.
All right, if a mannequin is telling you to do
Bold and the
something, you need to
Beautiful.
come and watch our Monday show with Acadia Healthcare for Mental Health Moment.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
hey, we should
I
invite
have a
him on a mental health
prediction.
moment.
Oh, I would. You think I lost my mind when Randy Travis was in studio with us? I'd be like, "You're Thomas Forrester." Anyways,
All right,
so
you know
how to
I
treat
think,
a
I
mannequin.
think prediction. I think he's going to have a brain tumor. And that's why he's because they always have to redeem these characters.
Kathy.
So you end up having to have something like a chunk of your brain taken out, and then you're okay, and then you're not evil anymore. But I think it's brilliant for COVID.
Kathy, you're killing me. you're killing me.
Corley appreciates it.
Yeah, well, he appreciates the segment anyways. That's for sure. Where we go from there, who knows? I will say this, though. It
Oh,
is
goodness
weekend
gracious.
time.
What are they saying?
That's how you kick off your weekend.
Yeah, it's weekend time. We want to thank the crew for tuning in and also making our telethon amazing.
Love American Style.
We have
that was
huge-
inappropriate when I was watching it. And I didn't
Yeah.
know what I was watching. There was like a big brass bed in the middle of somebody's apartment in
Love
New
Boat
York.
too, right?
Yeah,
I
I had
remember
no.
that
I
show.
didn't. Now I look back and I'm like, my mom did not know I was watching this.
Gail says mental health moment now. Laugh out loud. Amen to that. But seriously, I want to thank the crew for making our telethon such an amazing success. Want to thank Venture X Studios here
Oh,
in
my
Frisco,
goodness,
Texas.
yes. Love y'all.
And Leon Chastain and his partner for making this an amazing telethon. I'm going to guess we've raised close to probably $40,000.
You
I
think
mean,
so?
I really do. I really do. I think when it's
Wow.
all said and done, I think we're going to be very close to $40,000.
Well, there were also they think that some of the donations that were made to the national DAV that day were through the telethon. They
Oh,
think
I
because
believe
of the
it.
telethon
Wow.
as well. So they're
And
very,
you can still go to
very
that
excited.
URL right
You
above
can.
our heads.
Yep.
Right above our heads.
Oh, Shay Drake Gilligan's. Yes, I love
Yes,
that too.
Gilligan's Island.
So, but you know, the truth of it is,
3
I feel like
hour
we're on Gilligan's Island.
tour.
well, I feel like we're on Gilligan's Island right now with Bold
I
and Beautiful.
love.
I feel like Gilligan's
Where's Thomas and his mannequin on Gilligan's Island? Anyways,
or Professor.
yeah, absolutely. Brian Glenn has said that that he would love to come on our show, be a part of that. So I'm going
Love
to
it.
schedule that. Said that
Awesome.
with Brian Glenn as well.
We love Brian.
We do. But again, cannot thank everybody enough that participated, was a part of this. Meet You Anywhere barbecue
Oh,
with Andy.
my
go
gosh.
there this
The best
weekend and
barbecue.
grab.
Get out there and support.
If you're not
Grapevine
going
Trophy
into
Club.
restaurants, go get it to go and take it home. Your family will be pleased. Oh, that's so
And
good.
also cannot thank enough the team that helped put all this together.
Oh, my goodness.
And their spouses or significant others or
just-
business partners. The team that did
We
this
love y'all.
and
Thank
pulled
you,
this
thank you,
together.
thank you.
Kathy, Charles, Corley, myself, and then Michael supporting Kathy,
Yeah.
Courtney supporting me, and supporting Charles, and then Matt supporting Corley, his business partner, so he could get and do some of this.
and he had a great interview too.
He did.
Yeah,
he had a great
yeah,
interview too.
just
So,
good stuff.
able to pull together a lot of money. Greg O'Connell, thank you for giving me the idea. Tune in. You've got This Pink Cloud.
Yes.
From 10:30 to 12, and then at 12:30 we have My Son, My Veteran. Of course, I
Yeah.
like saying Our Son, Our Veteran, but My Son, My Veteran.
Are you doing the pageant wave?
From
Oh,
12:30
my
to
gosh.
1:30. In the meantime, Saturday morning, if you are a veteran or know a veteran or an active duty military guy or gal, have
Yep.
them tune in to Kilroy's
Or if
Conversation.
you're a patriot and you support
Or a
military,
patriot.
Kilroy's Conversations
8 o'clock
who
in
love
the
their
morning.
show. Love their
Sunday
show.
mornings at 8 o'clock. Ask Dr. Be Good.
Yes.
You don't want to miss that. That's always a great show.
Good
and
stuff.
I think I think she's gonna have a couple good, solid interviews this week
She
as
always
well.
has
So
great. She always has great interviews and great guests. Just
she does.
such good information.
All right, everybody have a blessed weekend, and And thank you for tuning in to the JPK Broadcasting Network. You can find us at jpkcrew.com. That's jpkcrew.com. Go join and subscribe to our website and become part of the nation.
There you go. Happy Friday the 13th
Happy Friday
to
the
you and
13th.
yours. Be blessed, safe, happy, and healthy this weekend.